Halifax, the committee that will examine the use of Halifax's controversial founder's name on municipal property will have 2 more members after a vote by Regional Council. Amid a debate on whether the municipality should tear down a statue of Edward Cornwallis, Council voted last year to strike a committee to make that decision, the Commemoration of Edward Cornwallis and the Recognition and Commemoration of Indigenous History Special Advisory Committee. The statue of Edward Cornwallis is removed from its pedestal in South End, Halifax on Wednesday, January 31, 2018. The day before, Halifax Regional Council voted to take down the statue of the city's controversial founder and put it in storage. Zane Woodford, Star Metro. Cornwallis founded Halifax in 1749, and soon after issued a bounty on the scalps of MIKMAQ men, women and children in response to a raid on a sawmill in what would become Dartmouth. The committee, to be made up of people with expertise in leadership and sharing experience, history and commemoration, military history, MIKMAQ history and Indigenous and non-Indigenous community experience, was meant to debate whether the municipality should honor Cornwallis, given his history. After Council voted to form the committee, an issue with one of the nominations brought the process to a halt, and the Assembly of Nova Scotia MIKMAQ chiefs, ANSMC, pulled out, citing delays and demanding that the statue be torn down immediately. Article continued below. Read more. Protest turns to celebration in Halifax after Cornwallis statue remove. As Cornwallis statue collects dust, Scottish descendants reflect on his cruelty. Sir John A. MacDonald, architect of genocide or Canada's founding father. Council voted to take down the statue temporarily and put it in storage, and it came down from its pedestal in Cornwallis Park in late January. At the same meeting, Council voted to direct staff to try to bring the ANSMC back to the committee. A report to Council on Tuesday, staff proposed an amendment to the committee's terms of reference to accommodate additional expertise and experience. Article continued below. Rather than a total of 8 members, staff proposed a total of 10, and rather than 4 of them being appointees of the ANSMC, staff proposed 5. The motion passed with little debate, aside from questions from Coun. Matt Whitman, who asked staff how much each member of the committee will be paid. As is stated in the staff report, committee members will be paid $150 each per meeting, up to a maximum of $2,100 each. Government Relations and External Affairs Director Maggie MacDonald said, however, that not every member would necessarily take the money. Whitman also asked where the statue is being stored. It's still in the same location as reported by media, said Parks Manager Brad Anguish. Halifax Today and Maclean's magazine have reported that the statue is in a municipal storage facility in Burnside. It's unclear when the committee will be named and when it will begin holding meetings. When it is finally formed, the committee will look at what should happen to the statue next, and whether Cornwallis' name should remain on the park where it once stood and on a North End street. Zane Woodford is a Halifax-based reporter covering City Hall and Court. Follow him on Twitter, @Woodford.